You're watching OC Sports, your home for University of Hawaii sports.
The 14th ranked Rainbow Wahine Volleyball team's got a bone to pick, and it's with the 6th ranked Washington Huskies. Both teams unbeaten in the Outrigger Resorts Volleyball Challenge. UW's had UH's number as of late, bouncing the Bows from the NCAA tournament in the last 3 meetings, all in Seattle. Hawaii hoping for a measure of payback tonight. Coming up next, it's the Huskies and the Rainbow Wahine for the tournament title. We welcome you to the stand, Sheriff Center. Yes, the marbles on the line here for the Outrigger Resorts Volleyball Challenge. The Hawaiian Tel FCU starting lineups scrolling in the bottom right corner of your screen. Kanoa Leahy sitting courtside with Lisa Strand-Ma'a. The Huskies come in ranked 6th in the country and unbeaten so far here in 2016 at 7-0. Hawaii 5-3 overall. They have won 4 of their last 5, all by way of the sweep. And Nikki Taylor averaging 6 kills per set, also tops on the team with 13 service aces, forces the overpass in the opening sequence, gets the set in the back row, but it's dug up. So Huskies on the attack, and they go to Chrissy Jones, who hits it long, and Hawaii strikes first.
And Nikki Taylor starting off with a nice jump serve, did not put too much heat on it, but interesting, Isia going to her right away, setting her on the back court.
It will be a service line battle. Both teams love to score from that service line, and they have a wealth of players who have the ability to do so. They also have players on both sides that can do just that. Courtney Schwann from the opposite position, a 6'1" junior from Auburn, Washington. She's tops on the team, averaging 3.54 kills per set, hitting 338 on the year. So Bailey Tanner, the setter, sends it down the line. The pass by Calais Greeley. Noreen Yosia goes middle to Emily Maglio, and a little pitter-patter at the net. Courtney Schwann puts it down for another Washington point.
Schwann taking advantage of an overset off of that play, just slamming it down.
So here's Bailey Tanner again. Quick middle goes to Emily Maglio, and she's able to ping it off of that back line.
And that play made possible by Calais Greeley that actually played that last rotation in the front row. Her passing has been really solid for the team thus far.
We saw Calais Greeley a couple of nights ago against NIU, Northern Illinois, play some front row as well, so perhaps starting to gradually become a little more involved with that outside hitter position.
Definitely, they want to have her on the court more often. She is a 6th rotation player.
Middle set to Chrissy Jones, and Chrissy Jones, a 6'2" junior from Los Alamitos, California, but keep an eye on her. She will be sort of their Nikki Taylor, hitting from all different spots on the floor.
Listed as an outside hitter, but hits from the middle, hits from the backcourt as well.
Outside, here's McKenna Granado getting her first swing of the night. And great dig in that back row by Schwann. Outside set goes to Tia Scambray, diving save Savannah Kahakai. So high bump set from Taylor to Granado, block. Kahakai now will set Granado. And she's able to rattle it through that block and down for another Hawaii point. We're knotted at 3 early on.
And Granado taking advantage of the big block, getting a little low, but got a touch off of that one. She's continued to improve as the season has progressed, increasing her hitting percentage every night out.
So here is Savannah Kahakai. 4 aces on the year, serves it into the net. Now, that's one of the risks of being a team that has the personality like both of these squads of serving tough and trying to serve specific spots. You gotta live with some of the errors as well.
You do, and what happens on that one is that the next server that comes up really needs to keep that ball in.
Destiny July with the serve. Back D set goes to Nikki Taylor. She sends it long, no touch. And the Huskies up a pair.
Nikki Taylor comes flying out of the backcourt, hitting that about 10 feet long.
Nikki Taylor in 2 matches of this week's tournament, leading everybody on all teams with 5 kills per set. Thank you very much. An ace coming from Destiny July, the 5'11" sophomore. Pac-12 all-freshman honorable mention a year ago. Just her second ace of 2016. Greeley handles that one. Outside, it's Granado. Hard angle. The set was past the antenna, and McKenna Granado still able to recover.
You know, she bettered that ball. It was way past the antenna, and that's one of the sharpest angles I've seen so far this year. Granado really getting around that ball and bettering the ball, if you will, in front of the 3-foot line.
So here's the serve by Noreen Yosia. Great pass, Scambray. Right side, it's Chrissy Jones. Diving save, Greeley. Now Granado goes high hands. Huskies in transition. They go middle set, and that's put down by Cara Bajema, a 6'2 freshman who is off to a very good start for this team. The team leader in blocks. She's averaging 1.4 blocks per set.
And not only can she block, but she can hit. That was a high set for her in the middle. She was an outside hitter before and just moved into the middle this year.
Yeah, never played middle, in fact, throughout high school or at any time in her volleyball career. Here's Taylor from the outside position. Was there a touch? No touch, and it missed the court long. So a point for UW. And they've opened up their largest lead of this first set.
And let's remember, they're still playing the challenge system. So if they think that there is a touch on that, you can challenge. You have 3 challenges per the set, per the match.
You'll see it goes quick middle to Casey Castillo. Diving save by Jones. Outside set to Scambray. And she finds the Terraflex. UW up a handful. Dave Shoji up out of his seat, and he signals for a timeout. So the Huskies starting to put something together here in set number 1. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. Lisa.
And for the Washington, they need to shut down Nikki Taylor, and so far they've done that. Nikki Taylor's struggling offensively, hitting on the negatives, and for Hawaii, it's all about the first contact, whether it be from the service line or from the first pass.
Here's Chrissy Jones, I should say, with the serve. She's the team leader in aces with 10. Granado gets dug up. Bump set. Goes to a swooping Scambray, who pings it off the ground. And it is now a 4-0 Huskies run that has built now a 6-point advantage in the first set.
And Scambray showing why she was all Pac-12 honorable mention last year, banging through the block.
Diving pass by Kahakai, middle set to Castillo. Great dig, Shane McPherson, just a freshman at the libero position. That one dug it back over the net by Greeley. So the D set goes to Jones. The dink works. Taylor trying to play it coming off of the blocking position.
And that's the cardinal sin. You never reach back. Calais Greeley was sitting all over that. You're taught never reach back. Trust your defense. Focus on the block.
Pass by Greeley. You'll see a outside to Taylor. That one dug up with 2 hands by Schwann. Here's Scambray. Past a diving Kahakai, and the Washington Huskies are rolling right now, Lisa. Up 8, 12 serving 4, and they are hitting up near 600 here, 583 to be exact.
Wahine, really no response so far. The blocking with 0 blocks, and defensively they just cannot seem to get a dig on transition.
And so Dave Shoji goes to the bench, brings in 6'5" redshirt freshman Natasha Burns. You'll see it goes backside to Granado, and that ends the Huskies run.
And Granado just unloads on that. She beats the block with the quick back set, if you will. Not real quick, but quick enough. It's her 3rd kill.
So Granado will serve. Hawaii playing catch-up here in the first set. Step out, cross-court hit by Bajema is dug up by Yosia. Greeley, that one off the block. So the Huskies have a chance here. It's Jones from the back row. Right there is Kahakai. Bump set by Iosia, and Taylor had to just 2-hand it over. And it was easy pickings for Cara Bajema.
Bajema saying, thank you very much. That's a great set. But Nikki Taylor really had no other option. She was just trying to keep the ball in play.
Just a lack of rhythm right now, clearly on the Hawaii side of the net. Hawaii hitting 125 here in this opening set compared to 533 for the Huskies. Granado handles the first contact. Here's Taylor from the opposite position. Did she get a piece? Yes. There was a touch, and Nikki Taylor in the book with her first kill of this match.
And still yet the middles have not been very efficient, or I shouldn't say efficient. They even haven't had an opportunity to be efficient because they have, I think, 2 sets total to the middle.
Yeah, both of those Well, 4 sets total, 2 to Maglio, 2 to Castillo. And, of course, Burns put in just moments ago by Dave Shoji. And it looks like we have a review on whether or not this ball was touched.
Pulling out the green card.
Keegan Cook in his 2nd season, head coach for the Huskies, taking over for Jim McLaughlin, who coached the program for 14 years. And remember, it was called on the court as a touch. And Wayne Lee, the referee too, now looking over the replay as Keegan Cook wants to attempt to reverse this. Each side has 3 challenges. By the way, the officiating crew, Ernie Ho is on top of the ladder. Wayne Lee checking out the replay. He's the referee too. Harrison Ho and Ryan Scudder, the 2 line judges. What do you think, Lisa?
It's really hard to see this. I do not see a touch personally. I don't see it. I think the block was very illy formed. What do you think?
The question becomes, is there enough to reverse the call?
And I don't see a deflection on the ball. It's not like it's deflecting up or one way or the other. It's going straight exactly where Nikki hit it. That's a tough call. I would not want to be him right now.
Long, hard look at it. What's the verdict? Touch. So it's confirmed. 2 challenges left on the Huskies side. There's a look at Keegan Cook.
He was named the Pacific North Region Coach of the Year last year. Again, only in his 2nd year. He took over after Jim McLaughlin left to go down and coach at Notre Dame. Jimmy McLaughlin took the team to a national championship in 2005.
So Claire Marie Anderson, after all that gets sorted out, forces the overpass, eaten up by Emily Maglio, and Hawaii with a couple of consecutive points.
And that's what Maglio was waiting for, a set. She wanted a kill. There she got it from, thanks to Claire Marie Anderson.
Yeah. It was just a set from the other team, that's all. 7 serving 13, Hawaii with a lot of work to do here in the opening stanza. Slide goes to Bajima, dug up by Yosia. And a free ball coming here for UW. Tanner will go outside. That's Schwann, sends it long, no touch up front. And it's a point for Hawaii, and a bit of an argument coming from Keegan Cook, who just reviewed a play moments ago. Was questioning whether or not that one had a touch. Pipe set, that's Jones, dug up by Granado. So Taylor sets up Greeley on the outside. And Hawaii back to within 4.
And that's exactly why you want Greeley on the court. She is so smart. She used the block.
So a timeout by Washington. Here come the Wahine. Series record sponsored by Aston Hotels and Resorts. Hawaii got the better of the series through the first 8 meetings. In fact, they won 7 of the first 8 meetings between these 2 programs. Since then, though, the Huskies have been getting the better of the Wahine. You saw the overall numbers. In fact, these teams have met 3 times in the last 6 years in the NCAA tournament, all in Seattle, all won by the Huskies. McKenna Granado. And Hawaii now on a 5-0 run, and they're within 3.
And Claire Marie Anderson doing her job, serving away, and McKenna Granado going after her 4th kill on the evening, just swinging away freely.
10 serving 13, Hawaii right back in it. Pipe set, that's Jones. Yosia was ready. So Anderson back bump sets Greeley, tried to slide it down the line. A net violation called against the Huskies. And it's another point for the Rainbow Wahine. Now that has been a bit of a bugaboo for UW this year, net violations. Yesterday,
I guess they really struggled with that, frustrating Coach Cook. He said we've got to minimize those errors.
Had 6 of them in the match yesterday against Northern Illinois. Was there a touch there? The line judge says yes. And so a kill and a point for Courtney Schwann.
And Schwann doing a nice job. She's led her team all year in kills. She's got 86 kills on the season, hitting at .338.
Yosia sets up Greeley. Again, the finesse shot dug up there by Schwann, who will get the set on the outside. Yosia busts out the spatula. Here's Greeley a second time trying to go high hands. Huskies on the attack. Jones on the D set. The dink. Oh, Maglio almost had it swatted. Taylor on the second contact puts a hurting on it.
And those are those out-of-system plays with some great defense. A pancake dig by Yosia. Maglio setting it up, and Taylor swinging away over on two. Nikki Taylor, that's her second kill in 6 attempts. She's back to hitting 0.
And Hawaii as a team now back up to hitting .333.
So that's where they were struggling earlier.
Here's the serve by Taylor. Oh, tickles the tape. What a pass there by Schwann. On the outside, it's July tooling the block.
And July is just so quick. That tempo of that set is quick to the outside. And she saw the block and hit right into them, purposefully tooling the block.
So Schwann sends it over. Washington up by 3. The horn sounds, perhaps inadvertently.
Washington call for a rotation violation.
It's a late call on a rotation violation.
It was not inadvertent, in fact. Yeah, they flagged Washington, if you will, for the rotation violation, and so Hawaii will benefit with the freebie.
They're happy to take that. It's a freebie is right, a free point.
So some self-inflicted wounds here for Washington, allowing Hawaii to creep back in. Gianna Guanasso in to serve. Set goes backside. And Courtney Schwann trying to restore order.
And Schwann, again, just so smart. They know to go to her. She's leading her team in kills right now with 5. Nice hitting percentage at .429.
UW leading this opening set by as many as 8. Hawaii back to within 3. Still some work to do, though. Here's Mags in the middle from Yosia.
And it's so nice to see her going to the middle. Not a perfect pass, but Maglio went with it anyways, and Yosia doing a nice job.
Dave Shoji again working the subs. Will bring Casey Castillo in for Natasha Burns. Savannah Kahakai back to serve. Soft serve. They go libero to libero on that one. And in the middle, Chrissy Jones. You always have to keep an eye on her. First season in her Washington career where she has been a full 6 rotation player. And here's part of the reason why.
She just goes over the block on that play.
July now with the float serve. Past Kahakai. You'll see it high and away to Granado. That was a rocket.
And she has just gotten so explosive. She's got that quick arm swing. Perfect set, just a little bit off of the net. She sees the block, they give her line, and she takes it.
So important for Hawaii to get production from that outside pin. Granado now 5 kills on 9 swings, no errors. Backside, here's Jones over the double block, dug up by Kahakai. Yosia finds Granado, and it works again.
And she's just having her way with that block. Washington's block's a little bit off the net, and Granado sees it, and she is just loving it right now.
The always present look of intensity from McKenna Granado. Locked in. You'll see it with the serve. Middle set, the dink by Bajima is dug up by Taylor, who gets the set on the opposite side, but is denied access by Bajima, the team leader in blocks.
And it was not a surprise that that set was going to go back to Nikki Taylor. Not a great approach to the ball, struggling a little bit offensively right now.
So here's Chrissy Jones now with the serve. Greeley the pass. Nobody had the second touch.
And that's a momentum breaker, if you will. I'll tell you, everybody's standing around saying, go, go, and nobody goes.
More of that sort of out-of-sync play that we have seen in stretches here in this first set tonight. Greeley with the pass. You'll see a backside. Granado blocked and roofed by Tia Scambray in a most definitive manner. And now Dave Shoji forced to call a timeout. Hawaii had it to within 1. It was 16 serving 17. Now a little 3-point burst by the Huskies. They're once again in control.
Rainbow Wahine Volleyball on OC Sports is sponsored by Straub and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back. Washington, a 3-0 run, making a 4-0 run. Out of the timeout, Chrissy Jones deals an ace onto the table.
And Chrissy Jones just doing a nice jump float, and it is bottoming out. She's keeping it right between Kalei Greeley and Savannah Kahakai.
Jones has had one heck of an Outrigger Resorts Volleyball Challenge. Double-double performance against Northern Illinois, then went for 11 kills and 8 blocks against Utah Valley. Nikki Taylor trying to get going here for Hawaii is able to clobber that set.
With a much-needed side-out point. This is a very good rotation for the Wahine. Let's see if they can get a big block, get their block going. They still have 0 blocks.
Got to get the serve in. Granado obliges. High and away, the set goes to Scambray. One-hand save, Kahakai, that was a beauty. Greeley from off the net. Block got a touch. So here's Scambray a second time. Nikki Taylor says, ole.
And there, now that might start getting in their head that they can't just keep swinging away. Nikki Taylor, that's really good form, textbooked, if you will.
11 blocks on the year coming into tonight for Taylor and McKenna Granado. A gift from above gets Hawaii back to within 2.
Definitely a little gift. Every once in a while, you need a little luck.
Even Dave Shoji, as the timeout was signaled by UW, even he had to let out a smile. You don't often get those.
You don't. And you know what? It couldn't be more beneficial to them. Right now, the separation would have been huge at 22-18.
The Huskies opened the season tied for 7th in the AVCA rankings. They are up to now 6th here this week. Preseason pick to finish 3rd in the Pac-12 conference. Stanford, of course, the favorite. Tonight's Jack Fact, a seesaw series. UW and UH facing off for the 15th time. We went over the series record. The Rainbow Wahine won 7 of the first 8, including 2 in the postseason, but the Huskies have won 5 of the last 6, and as we mentioned, 3 NCAA second-round matches. They came in 2010, 2012, and 2014, all in Seattle. It became sort of the annual joke, right? Like, oh, it's NCAA Selection Sunday. That means the Wahine will find out what time their flight to Seattle will be.
And that is a tough arena to play in. I've never seen a student body get so involved. They stand the entire match.
Let's check in with Ryan. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, Kunal? Well, as Lisa Sharma alluded to in her keys to the match, one of the keys for Washington should be to stop Nikki Taylor, and that's exactly what Washington is trying to do. They're allowing her, in the strategy, is to give her line. They're going to take away her cross-court on the block. They also recognize Kalei Greeley is not 100%, so the coaching staff from Washington saying, don't let Kalei Greeley use you. Stay low and tight. She's not going to go over you. She's just going to tool the block. They're trying to make some blocking adjustments based on Hawaii's personnel. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. 19 serving 21. This first set still very realistic for Hawaii, though they are playing from behind. And a mishandle on that second contact by Courtney Schwann, but you got to credit that to the Granado serve coming through again.
Absolutely, that jump float. And she's going to go right back. Now they've taken the libero out and put her in the backcourt and going with a 3-person receive.
4 straight points ripped off here by the Rainbow Wahine. Jones with the pass, and on the second touch, the dump over by Bailey Tanner.
And that just shows you the inexperience of Casey Castillo. She did not jump with the center, who is a front row player.
Bailey Tanner, part of the 6-2 system that Washington employed last year, eventually actually also started hitting from the outside hitter position. Bump set from Granado goes to Greeley into the twine, and a point for UW. And things viciously swinging back in favor of the Huskies.
Yes, Kalei Greeley, normally that's an unforced error that she knows she does not normally do. She's usually the steady Eddie, consistent player.
Here's the serve by Scambray. Nikki Taylor has to go high and away on a bump set to Greeley, blocked, but played off the ricochet by Castillo. Here's Taylor on the opposite side, high hands, dug up by Scambray. Now Jones from the D position, saved over the net by Yosia, and then plugged down by Courtney Schwann. And it is a aloha ball for Washington. As this one was just in doubt moments ago, they have once again snatched control, serving for the opening stanza, Tia Scambray. Two-handed by Kahakai. Yosia sets up Greeley. It's dug up by Scambray. So now outside it goes to Schwann, and it's not over yet as Nikki Taylor shuts the door.
And again, huge block by Nikki Taylor, holding them in on this game point. Now, if you remember last time Claire Marie Anderson came in, this was a really good rotation.
21 serving 24. Huge advantage for Washington. The step out, the dink, misses the floor from Kara Bajima. And Hawaii inches closer still. It will be at least a pair of set point opportunities here for UW.
Let's see if they go back to Bajima.
Anderson serves it deep. A shank on the first contact. And a free ball coming for Hawaii. Can they benefit? Maglio!
Kaboom. Perfect set. Maglio, perfect pass, perfect set, and Maglio was ready. But again, you said it. It started with the serve.
And still set point for Washington. Anderson sends it deep. Pipe set to Jones. And she finishes the deal. When in doubt, the Huskies find their best all-around player in Chrissy Jones. Well, gotta respect the Rainbow Wahine fight in that opening set. But it goes to the team from the Pac-12. And Hawaii will be playing catch-up tonight.
Rainbow Wahine Volleyball on OC Sports is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii, Kaiser Permanente, and Island Air.
Welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. McKenna Granado trying to provide the contribution from the outside pin that Dave Shoji and this coaching staff so desperately desire. Came through with 6 kills on 11 swings in that first set.
And you know, she had the look of the tiger in her eyes. She looked like she did when they beat Arizona State. She had 33 kills. She's just in the zone tonight, serving very well. Again, from the sophomore. And for Washington Huskies, Courtney Swan doing a nice job leading her team. She's been the go-to girl all year. She's got 5 kills, hitting at 333 from all over the court. Doing a nice job for the Huskies.
Yeah, McKenna Granado seems to like the tourney finales against Pac-12 competition. You mentioned the Arizona match. That was the opening weekend, and that's when she went for a career-high 33 kills, hit 459 in that match. I mean, just an absolutely transcendent overall performance. And yeah, kind of has a little bit of that edge to her, it appears here, at least after the first set tonight against another Pac-12 opponent, the Washington Huskies. First look at Kirsten Sibley, the freshman, getting the start here in set number 2.
Coming in for Kalei Greeley, who it looks like she's still struggling a little bit with the shoulder injury, not swinging at full pace.
A lot of these players for Hawaii banged up. Nikki Taylor talking about it in the Game On segment. Huskies took the first set, 25-23. Maglio for Hawaii able to pull the string and get the Rainbow Wahine off the schneid first here in the second stanza.
And a very smart play. Let's remember, she just annihilated a ball earlier, so she's got the defense holding on her. Now she's mixing it up with the tip.
So Nikki Taylor will serve. It's a good one. Beautiful pass, though, by Scambray. Right side seckles to Schwann. Dug up, but out of bounds it goes.
And it's like Schwann can do no wrong right now. She's definitely their go-to girl, having a nice match, hitting from all over the court.
See the numbers this season. 2-time state Gatorade Player of the Year in Washington in high school. Sibley down the line. That one dug up by the setter, Tanner. So this is July now, who sends that one almost out of the venue.
She got a little under that ball, and she's kind of chuckling to herself as well. The set was extremely high. Obviously not from the setter. One of those broken plays, out of system.
I believe Chris McLaughlin would describe that as a touch 'em all.
That's right.
So here is Gianna Guinasso.
She's become the serving specialist, or one of them.
Good choice, apparently. She delivers an ace.
And, you know, I don't think there's anything harder than sitting there or standing there on the sideline for a brief period for a whole match so far and then coming in just to serve.
Her first service ace of the season. Had 2 aces all of last year. Outside, here's July. Big swing, but a bigger block. Maglio next to Noreen Yosia.
Trying to hit high off of the hands of Yosia, but she turns it right back in, knowing that she's the smaller of the 2 blockers. She's not going to be used.
So 4-1 Hawaii, the early advantage. Jones in the middle, pounds it off the block, and a net violation called against Hawaii. Jones is an absolute load, though, Lisa. 3.12 kills per set. That's 3rd on the team, but she leads the team in aces, is 2nd on the team in digs, and also has 21 blocks up near the team lead.
And she leads everybody in the tournament as well on kills.
Here's Taylor from the back row, and a net violation called against Washington.
Interesting, Chrissy Jones and Tia Scambray are best friends. They played in their younger days, and Scambray texts her friend, says, you know, I decided I'm going to just go to UCLA. And her friend, you know, got really upset with her and said, you know, wait, I thought we were going to go to UW together. And a few minutes later, she texted her and she said, I'm just joking. We're in together. They're roommates.
And it has worked out for them, both juniors. Washington, as a program, has seen its greatest success over the last dozen years or so. Of course, so much of that under former head coach Jim McLaughlin, as that one hits the antenna off the palm of McKenna Granato. They won a national championship in 2005. Won 31 matches last year under first-year head coach Keegan Cook.
And that's just amazing. 31-3.
Co-conference champs with USC in the Pac-12 as Noreen Yosia wins that joust. She has just sort of a special instinct when it comes to the timing on those types of plays.
She really does. She may be a little bit undersized out there, but she's running what they call a 5-1. So she does go through the front row, and opponents will look at her as the smaller player, but she seems to do just fine in the front court.
Another Chrissy Jones crush from the opposite position.
Chrissy Jones, whose mother played basketball at Boise State, and her dad played basketball at Cal State for Luton. You think she's got a little athletic genetics in there?
Here's Granato. That one dug up by Schwann, chased down by McPherson, and a free ball coming here for the Bows. Outside, Taylor, the dink! Pancake save, Jones, no. It touches the Terraflex, although she made quite the valiant effort at it.
She did, and it's really interesting seeing that these big girls playing defense on that right back. She got down on the ground, and she really thought she may have had that ball up.
7 serving 5. Granato has served tough here tonight. The step out goes to Bajima, but Greeley denies access. Solo style.
And Calais Greeley, that must feel so good, just being able to contribute with the huge block. Again, knowing offensively that she just keeps the ball in. But that's why they need her on the court. She has a lot of experience.
Another great serve by Granato. It's an ace. Hawaii up 4 here in the second set.
And have you noticed that Hawaii is going right after Shane McPherson, the 5'6" freshman libero? Now they're going to pull her back and hide her in the backcourt because they know that she's become a target.
From Seattle, Washington, the first freshman to start at libero for UW since 2002. Back bump set, getting tight to the antenna. How did Tia Scambray win that one? She finds a way.
She did. She scrambled to get that ball. I think she just touched it last and hit high off of the hands. Here on the replay, we'll take a look. Very difficult to read that. She just pushes it in. She wins the battle.
So 6 serving 9. It's Scambray on one knee. The pass by Granato. Outside set is dug up. Sibley with the swing there. Here is Jones, dug up by Yosia. So Kahakai bump sets Taylor down the line. And in. The line judge signaled out. Ernie Ho, the referee 1, called it in.
Well, we're looking at a challenge immediately. Keegan raced over here to get that green card.
And so Wayne Lee, once again, with the responsibility to put on the headset and take a look-see.
Watch it from different angles and decide whether the ball was in or out. That's the challenge right now.
Down the line it went. And at least from that angle, it looks like it could have caught a piece of that sideline. And
it's almost like you think the coaches should ask the player before they go pull the card, because she was right there. Shane McPherson, her left foot was very close to that ball. And you think, I mean, they're all signaling out. I mean, I think they're trained to do that, actually.
Well, the line judge, Harrison Ho, you saw the first inclination was actually to signal it in, and then he pulled the flag for the out signal.
Yep.
But then it was overruled by Ernie Ho. We'll see. Does it stand? It does. So one challenge left for Keegan Cook. 0 for 2 in challenges tonight.
Yep, well, you got to remember, too, it's his second year of coaching, and Dave Shoji is his 42nd. So he's got 40-plus years, and he also doesn't have somebody in the back who's played on the Olympic team.
Yeah.
You know, encouraging him to call it.
A few more sets of eyeballs for Dave Shoji when deciding whether to challenge a play.
And so often you have younger coaches that come in here. I really like the challenge system a lot, but from his angle, I could see how he would think that that was out.
By the way, that then goes in as a kill for Nikki Taylor. How about some of the grittiness she's showed here so far in this match? Off to a tough start, but now hitting 154 with 6 kills. There's Jones. Just an absolute bashing.
Just coming out of that backcourt. She also played a lot of beach volleyball as well. She was one of the nation's top recruits, high school All-American.
Actually played in the U19 World Championships in Portugal as a high schooler, and it was that beach experience that really has given her the ability to be an all-around player, even though she wasn't a 6-rotation player in her freshman or sophomore campaigns. Schwann through the block and down.
And there's something about being that 6-rotation player that gets you in sync. It just keeps you in the game the whole game around. There's not a lot of them anymore because of all these specialties, the liberos, the serving specialists and whatnot.
Yosia goes back row to Granado. 3 blockers up, and it didn't matter. 7th kill of the evening for McKenna Granado.
And Granado, again, seeing the block very well. That's the one thing I think she does best, is if she's got a set that's off the net just enough, she sees the court so well.
See what she did Friday night against Northern Illinois. Remember, the Wahine were off last night as they gave way to the UH football team for their home opener. Congratulations to Nick Rolovich for winning his home head coaching debut, as Kirsten Sibley gets the kill for Hawaii.
And Sibley coming in the front court for Tulane, really the swing away. The freshman sensation doing a great job hitting high off of a huge block. And the catch, off the block. You're the 7th man.
Yeah, hopefully people saw that. That may be my greatest athletic achievement.
Maybe, but I think there's more to come.
Destiny July saying there's definitely more to come that she has to offer. She is able to plow it through that blocking down for her 2nd kill of the evening.
She's been a little quiet offensively. All-Pac freshman, honorable mention last year.
Hawaii up 3, bump set, Yosia to Sibley, goes up over the double block, dug up by Scambray. Outside it goes to Schwann, the roll shot, nobody home for Hawaii in the middle of that defense.
And Schwann doing a nice job. She took a very aggressive approach to that ball and then just dropped her shoulder, saw the big puka, the big hole for her kill.
So Huskies within 2. D-set to Taylor. Right by the triple block, and Nikki Taylor starting to find that rhythm. She had 7 kills on 15 attempts.
You gotta love the mix-up. Yosia doing a nice job setting the backcourt as well as the front, really confusing the block of the Huskies.
So 13 serving 10. Gianna Guinasso as this Stan Sheriff Center Sunday crowd quiets. Now they are given permission to make some noise with her second ace of the match. Her second ace of the season, in fact. And a timeout taken by the Huskies. Hawaii up 4. Welcome back. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Heineken. 2005, that's the last time Hawaii was swept in back-to-back matches. That was by Washington, of course. That year, Washington went on to win the national championship. Hawaii was ranked 6th at the time of the back-to-back sweep losses. Out of the timeout. Set goes to Schwann. Roll shot. Good dig there by Yosia. Taylor from the D position. Here's Schwann a second time. Wide of the antenna. Diving save. Yosia. Kahakai sets up Granato. High hands. Knuckled up in the air by Scambray. Now Jones will get a swing on the outside. Dug up by Taylor. Yosia on the second contact, but that one sniffed out by McPherson. Now Guinasso digs up Schwann. Taylor. Dug up back over the net. Maglio will play it. Hawaii will run transition. Taylor couldn't jump, but she gets it down anyway.
Oh my goodness. Mom and Dad cheering away up in the stands. You know, that's classic. Stand and swing as hard as you can.
The Stan Sheriff Center crowd showing its appreciation for one heck of a rally. But the set was in front of the 3-meter line, so Taylor couldn't jump and was still able to get the ricochet kill. Guinasso now back to the bench after the out serve, but a good run on that service line for the junior from Huntington Beach. 11 serving 15. Kahakai with the pass. Yosia sets up Granato through the block, dug up there by the setter Tanner. Bubsek goes tight to the net. And Hawaii now in control. Yosia to Maglio.
And that's a great connection, spreading the block. They've set her only on the one, closer to the center so far this evening, and now they're spreading it out again, causing confusion for the blockers.
Look at the numbers for Emily Maglio. Came into this match hitting .347 on the year. Jones over the double block, two-handed in the air by Kahakai. Granato winds up and uncorks one.
I'll tell you what, she's got a huge block on her, and somehow she is managing to work that ball around her.
Timeout taken by the Washington Huskies. Granato unleashing. Let's check out First Hawaiian Bank's top 3 Hawaii career service aces. Kim Willoughby could pretty much score from anywhere on the floor, but look at the number 3 position. 134 career aces, Lisa Strand.
That's amazing. I didn't know they kept stats in my day, but I'll take it. Hey, nice to be on a list still somewhere.
Oh, you're all over those record books, make no mistake. Scambray, shouldered into the air by Kahakai. Bump set Taylor to Granato, but the roof was up. Chrissy Jones saying no, no, no. As one of the career leaders in aces in this program, what is the key to being prolific and being a threat to score from the service line?
Well, knowing where to serve your targets, specific areas, going after weak links, if you will, and actually going for it. It's a lot of practice. I think it's the most underrated skill out here. People don't spend as much time serving as they should. That's my key. Spend more time.
Taylor dug up over the net. It'll be played by Castillo. Yosia goes high and away to Granato. Didn't get a good contact. Pancake save, in fact, by Schwann. And the kill put down by Scambray.
Scambray doing a nice job again for her team out in front. Four kills, not out in front, excuse me. Schwann's out in front.
Well, set 1 was a little messy. What we are seeing here in set number 2 is some very high caliber volleyball. Yosia caught him napping. As Cara Bajima was in the middle position, and you talked about being aware in that middle blocker spot, and that time Bajima caught off guard.
Well, just a brain cramp, if you will. They're not paying attention to what's across the net. Every play has to matter.
Jones dug up by Greeley over the net. Another great scramble play by Hawaii, and it's returned. Jones a second time. The dink right there is Greeley. Set backside. Granato. Oh, it was mistimed. returned. Taylor. Oh, how about the improvisation going on both sides of the net? You'll see it. Goes outside. Taylor. What a huge swing.
Okay, now that has to be the rally of the year so far. People are on their feet, standing and cheering. Unbelievable defense on both sides of the net. But I'll tell you what, Calais Greeley, critical defense.
Oh, that's what these fans love about this game, what we saw in that sequence. Out ball there on the swing by Bajima. And it's a point for Hawaii, their largest lead of this second set.
And Hawaii doing a nice job serving tough and staying in system.
Still serving tough. Bump set to Jones. Times the jump. Goes high hands. And down. Got the touch.
Jones with her 9th kill in 21 attempts. Hitting high off of the hands. Here you see it getting the right hand of Casey Castillo. It's a well-formed block. Not much you can do off of that.
No question that there was a touch there. Here's Jones on the serve. Two-handed by Granado. Bump set. You'll see it. To Taylor against the double block. Scambray digs it to the net and pushed down with force by Casey Castillo.
And Casey Castillo just being very aggressive at the net, swinging away. You gotta like that.
21 serving 14. Here it comes from Granado. Again attacking the freshman libero McPherson. Jones from the back row. Block got the touch. So Kahakai gets the save. Now Granado from the back row. Was there a touch there? No. Sails long. Point Huskies.
She finds something funny about that. I'm not exactly sure what, but it's not very often you see that side of McKenna Granado.
Allowing a small crack in the intensity.
And you know what? Sometimes that's good. You gotta let it go. You have a little bit of fun and then refocus onto the next play.
15 serving 21. It's now the Huskies playing from behind. You'll see a backside to Taylor. Gets it down. Nikki Taylor hits double figures in kills. She's got 10. And the average continues, the percentage continues to rise, now up to 261.
And Nikki Taylor started off real slow, but you know what? She's righted the ship, and she's right on in this game, leading her team.
Claire Marie Anderson, who had that good run from the service line near the conclusion of that first set. Jones hits it long. Was there a touch? No touch. Point for Hawaii. They're within 2 of evening this match.
And Jones, with only her second hitting error this evening.
Anderson attacks the libero again. Back bump set goes to Schwann. The block was up, but a net violation called against Hawaii.
And interestingly enough, we got to remember when Savannah Kahakai was a freshman, they used to go after her all the time. And look at the improvement a few years does.
Washington is an incredible defensive team. I mean, you can just see it the way the second set has played out. But if there is a vulnerability, the scouting report on the Huskies was service receive is maybe a place you can find an advantage. Hawaii has been able to exploit that to a degree here in the second set. Sibley finds the deep corner. That was a heck of a hit.
Heck of a hit and a heck of a set by Savannah Kahakai, pulling out her hands from the back line and giving what we would call a nectar set.
So aloha ball here in the second for Hawaii. And Nikki Taylor at the service line. Here it comes. McPherson, beautiful pass. Outside it goes to Schwann. Diving save, Granado. Taylor gets the second contact. And Granado sends a freebie over. Schwann, roll shot. Caught him again.
And if there is a weakness on this team defensively, I would have to say it's that. A tip right over the middle. UCLA did that the whole weekend, or the whole match against the Wahine.
But Hawaii will have 7 opportunities to close out this set. Sibley. Oh, what a diving save attempt there by the center, Bailey Tanner. But Kirsten Sibley, the freshman, ends it in set number 2. Hawaii wins it 25-17. And on this Sunday afternoon, Lisa, we got ourselves a match. Sometimes you can't coach great hands. You just have to be born with it. And there it is, the one-handed Odell Beckham-like snag by yours truly. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match stats. There isn't a category for one-handed catches, but we'll let that slide here for now. What say you, Lisa, about these numbers?
It's way over here. He's still got it. And taking a quick look at the numbers, the kill percentage for the Wahine, I really like that at 315. The attempts a little bit more. Obviously, on the services area is where I really like it. Even though there's only 4 service aces, the serving has been critical in this match.
Lisa Strand-Ma'a wearing her track shoes and multiple hats tonight, sliding from the corner crew here courtside. Gotta love the fight that Hawaii showed in that second set. It came really with what we expected, the difficult serving by the Rainbow Wahine. So if they're able to continue that, things would bode well.
I definitely think so. And again, it goes back to that first contact. You have complete control when you're at that service line, and Jeff Hall is the guy calling for them where to serve and who to serve. And let's see if they continue to go after the freshman libero McPherson.
You're not even breaking a sweat going back and forth. That's impressive.
Thank you.
Once a great athlete, always a great athlete, I guess. Nikki Taylor to start set number 3. Chrissy Jones continuing her onslaught. She has 9 kills now, hitting up near 300, 292 to be exact.
And she's got a wicked, mean float serve. Let's see where she goes on this.
Washington winning the opening stanza 25-23. Hawaii then flipping the script in set 2, winning 25-17. Good scramble play there by the Huskies. Free chance now for Hawaii. Back row set to Granado. She went pinball against the Washington defense.
She did a double back to 2 blockers to the right front and really confusing the Washington Huskies. The dog in the middle. Great set selection by Iosia.
We've seen a bit more of a loose nature about McKenna Granado tonight. We saw her smiling in the last set. In the intermission on the side near the bench area, she was dancing with a couple of her teammates as the roof is up.
And you know, I have to think it might have something to do with that day off. They had a little bit of time off. She, relaxed a little bit. Here on the quick replay, a nice, solid block by the Wahine.
So Gianna Guinasso again to serve. Wahine up 1. Outside, that's Scambray.
Scambray doing a little tool off the block, using the block, if you will.
Scambray, described by Keegan Cook as one of the best all-around talents in the Pac-12 conference, not just on this roster. Sends that serve long. Was born in Torrance, California, was a Pac-12 all-freshman selection in 2014. On that Washington team that last bounced Hawaii when they played in Seattle.
One of the more senior players on this team. This is a very, very young Washington team.
Schwann is dug up by Greeley. You'll see it goes cross-court, low set though, so Granado has to two-hand it over. Great anticipation by Castillo, but an extra touch on the Hawaii side of the net. And so it'll be a point for Washington, although Dave showed you wants an explanation.
And he may pull out that card on this one. I'm not sure if he can because it's a contact thing. He's calling 4 contacts. The block does actually count as a contact. So that, he must think that the first ball was touched off of the block.
You'll see a back row to Taylor. That one returned somehow. You'll see this time middle to Castillo. She wasn't quite ready. Diving save, joust at the net. And a net violation called against the Huskies. So Hawaii gets a messy point.
A messy, very confusing point. Nikki Taylor stayed in the front court after she took that first ball and actually got in the way of Casey Castillo on that last play.
So Yosea will serve. Forces the overpass. Castillo couldn't put it down. Another overpass. Granado on the joust, and it's knuckled over. You'll see a backside to Taylor, off the block and down.
Nikki Taylor getting off the net very quickly, knowing that the ball was going to come back to her. Again, hitting at a sharp angle into the block. for her 11th kill on the evening. 25 attempts.
Great serve by Yosia. Good pass by Scambray, though. Outside, Schwann. Castillo got a touch. Diving save, Granato. That was a beauty. Taylor, the roll shot. And Schwann will swing at it from off the net. Diving save, Yosia. Diving second contact. Kahakai diving return by Granato. Now in the middle, it's Avi Nice. She's dug up tight to the net. Granato on the outside. Puts it down. Net violation, UW, but it doesn't matter. Point Hawaii.
Okay, that is some amazing defense. McKenna Granato saying that is not going to drop. Iosia as well. Kahakai flying out of the backcourt, and Granato with an amazing kill.
And that is just pure want to, right? Pure effort on the side of Hawaii.
And there's nothing like playing defense like that, because we all know defense wins games, whether it's football, basketball, volleyball.
6 serving 3 into the net it goes. Yosia lets out a grunt of frustration there. She wanted to keep that service run go a little longer. But Hawaii, the energy level has ramped up since that opening set. It's as if they forgot that it was an early start time here. A 4 p.m. first serve at the Stan Sheriff Center on this Sunday.
And they had to let go of that first game and move on to the next game, which they've done very well.
How about the crush by McKenna Granato?
And it's so nice to see her really pulling her weight, if you will, because so much pressure has been put on Nikki Taylor to carry the offensive load of this team.
So 7 serving 4, and it is Granato who will serve. Pointed out during the intermission by you and the rest of the corner crew, she has served very tough here tonight. Schwann, the roll shot. Castillo with the dig. Outside it goes. Sibley. And a net violation against the Huskies again. It has been a bit of an Achilles heel for them this weekend.
It's exactly it. Keegan Cook knows, like you said, last night they struggled with this, and again they're struggling with this. Unforced errors, you're just giving points away.
Is that just over-aggressiveness on their part?
I believe so. They're really trying hard to get that block going.
Middle set, that's Jones. Good touch there on the block. Castillo through the block. Popped up by Schwann. Bump set goes out to July. Hawaii got the touch. Sibley on the second contact. Goes cross court to Taylor. Pushes it off the block and down. It's a net violation against the Huskies anyway. But Hawaii is hustling, and it is paying dividends.
They're not only hustling, they are playing incredible defense. I think it's the best defense I've seen them play all year. Kahakai is all over the court anyways, but Granato doing a great job.
Timeout taken by Washington. Hawaii up a handful. Need tickets to an upcoming UH contest? Visit hawaiiathletics.com, call 944-BOWS, or visit the Stan Sheriff Center box office. 3 easy ways to get your seats for exciting UH sports action. We have seen some very exciting UH sports action here in this early start time. Sunday matchup for the marbles of the Outrigger Resort Volleyball Challenge. Hawaii and Washington, top 15 matchup here in the ABCA rankings. Out of the timeout, Chrissy Jones gets back to work. That's her 10th kill. So 2 players on each side in double figures in kills. You have Schwann and Jones, each with 10 for UW. And for Hawaii, Nikki Taylor with 12. And McKenna Granato with 11.
And I find it interesting when they set Chrissy Jones in the middle, they're setting her like a high 2, and she's just hitting high off the hands.
Castillo goes high hands. Now Jones from the opposite position, and again, the soft touch shots, they have hurt Hawaii.
They really have. And you know what happens on that is she approaches the ball so hard, I'm talking about Chrissy Jones, that she holds the defense.
Schwann with the serve, pass by Kahakai. You'll see it goes right side. Taylor double block up, and it was dug up in the back row by Tanner. Schwann with the back bump set to Scambray. That was one heck of an effort. Now Taylor, a second touch. Here's Scambray, quick set on the outside. Right there was Kahakai. She had it covered. Sibley off the block. Diving save Scambray. Here's Jones against the double block, but Kahakai again just owning that back line. Sibley goes off the block and out for a Hawaii point.
And I'll tell you, Sibley's doing a fabulous job offensively. This freshman sensation, 5 kills, hitting at 571 right now. Really doing a great job.
And this has been a rotation that has benefited Hawaii through the first 2+ sets with Claire Marie Anderson in to serve.
This will be her 13th serve in this match so far.
Backside set, this is July. Roofed! Nikki Taylor forces it shut.
Nikki Taylor and Emily Maglio, excuse me, that's a huge block. I'm not sure why you would set into the biggest part of the court, or the biggest block on the court.
6'3" and 6'4" in Maglio and Taylor, respectively. On the other side, the same result. Sibley next to May.
And you can hear Coach Dave Shoji yelling, yes, Sibley, because they tried to go the other way and Sibley took care of business.
And Hawaii has Washington doubled up here in the third set. Anderson again sends it deep. Scambray off the block and down. A diggable ball off the ricochet for sure. Dave Shoji frustrated that nobody got under it.
Well, it's hard because you had two players right on the same ball, and then to watch that thing drop, that's incredibly frustrating.
So 7 serving 12. You can feel the tension here in the arena. Hawaii looking for a little payback. UW has gotten the better of them the last 3 meetings in Seattle in postseason time. But the overpass and the put down by Kara Bajima. UW creeping back.
Destiny July sending a deep floater.
Oh, Granado. Having a hard time on that first contact. The swing by Sibley is dug up by July. Outside, it goes to Scambray. Sends it long, no touch. Point Hawaii.
Scambray with her 4th hitting error on the evening, hitting at 125.
Now Nikki Taylor to serve. It's a good one. Great pass by Schwann. Jones on the opposite side. Touch shot rattled around. And Sibley sends it over. Middle set. And that's put down to the Terraflex by Bajima.
Bajima has been a little silent offensively. He's got 5 kills on the evening, and again, there's that 2 set. It's not a real quick set in the middle to their middles. It's a little higher and a little slower.
Granado, good pass. Oh, actually tight to the net. You'll see able to play it off of the joust. Now Sibley on the opposite side. Diving attempt. McPherson, great effort on the second touch there by Schwann. Free chance for Hawaii. You'll see a quick middle to Mags. Blocked. You'll see it plays it off the ricochet. Kahakai, bump set. Sibley plugs it through.
She definitely had some power behind that ball. I'm amazed that she snuck that through the solid block there. Again, taking a quick look, the Huskies have a great, well-formed block, and Sibley somehow manages to power that through the block.
Sibley, a 4-year varsity starter at Campolindo High School in Moraga, California, was the league MVP in her senior year, which was just last year. That one hammered down by Jones.
Again, Jones doing what she does best, getting another kill for her team down the line.
Scambray deals an ace, and the Huskies back to within 3.
And that was a jump float drop out of the bottom serve, if you will. It just literally died right in front of McKenna Granado.
She can get hot behind that service line, ranked 2nd last year in the Pac-12 Conference with 40 service aces. Greeley unable to get it over the twine. And another instance of uncertainty as players were looking at each other on that second contact. Washington back within 2. Timeout, Dave Shoji. Well, Chrissy Jones leads Washington with 12 kills, Lisa, and she has helped bring UW back to within a couple of points here in this very important third set.
She's not only leading them in kills, she's doing a fabulous job from the back line serving. She's had 30 attempts, the most of any player on the court tonight so far.
Slide not timed well. Here's Jones now, the dink. Bumped up by Yosia, two-handed outside to Granado. Really bump set to Granado against the double block. Scambray digs it tight to the net, and Yosia plugs it down.
That's a smart play by Yosia. Not only on that, finishing the play, but she's actually made a nice adjustment going over and getting that tip. The tip is no longer falling like it was earlier.
So Kahakai will serve. Hawaii up 3. Diving pass by McPherson. Outside it goes to Schwann. Schwann with a double-double performance already. 11 kills, 13 digs. Now hitting above 350.
Schwann, a 6'1" junior out of Auburn, Washington.
And that's an out serve coming from Badgema. Now, that's sort of what makes this Huskies team a little bit different. They don't necessarily, despite the all-around play of players like Chrissy Jones and Tia Scambray, they don't necessarily have that one dominating performer. What makes them so dangerous is they have several really versatile players.
Very versatile and very athletic team. If you can just look at them and see the athleticism on their side of the court.
Good roll shot by Granato, but a great diving save by Jones. Greeley there on that save. Now Taylor from the opposite, from the outside position, I should say, is able to still find the floor. Point for Hawaii.
And some nice defense by Kalei Greeley. Again, she does things that are, you just kind of don't notice her on the court, but she's always, seems to be in the right place.
Taylor was opposite from where she normally is, which is the opposite position.
Each side is the opposite.
There you go. So Nikki Taylor now with 13 kills. And despite the fact that the Huskies only hitting 154 in this third set, Lisa, they have been able to make it more competitive. How have they been able to do that?
Well, I think their serving has kept them in this match. They're serving very difficult, putting some pressure on Hawaii's offensive threats on the outsides as well as the middles. We still have not seen Hawaii's middles contribute as much as I would like to see them contribute.
Well, while we have time, how about we give the salute to the Fujitsu Air Conditioning cool play of the match. This is Granato on the swing. The dig gets back above the tape, and it's Noreen Yosia, the setter, with the rare opportunity to punch one down.
Mark making that her third kill on the night. The other two, I believe, were joust and a dump. Who said that setters can't hit and make kills?
She's doing a little bit of everything. 3 kills. She's got 29 assists, 13 digs, and a couple of blocks. Let's check in with Ryan.
Thanks, Gano. Well, head coach Keegan Cook telling his team, hey, we have to do things that are uncomfortable. Playing in this environment is not going to be easy, and we have to look for other ways to score points and not just try to think that we can power through the block. On the Hawaii sideline, Nikki Taylor really showing some senior leadership, talking to her team during every timeout, not only trying to motivate them, but also giving them play-by-play tactics of how they can improve on their side of the net. Back to you guys.
Huskies unbeaten this year. They have had tremendous success in a little over a full season under Keegan Cook, who was an assistant for 2 years prior to taking over. And as an assistant or head coach, as just a member of this staff, they have won 30 matches in each of those years. Net violation called against Hawaii.
And one of Keegan Cook's focuses has always been on serving. He served at St. Mary's, coached there for a few years prior to coming to the University of Washington. And he really prides himself on teaching aggressive serving.
There's the serve by Bailey Tanner. An out serve. So yes, aggressive serving, but the risk factor, it's very much a risk-reward equation. And Hawaii benefiting from the service error there.
Exactly. And you have to remember that this is a rebuilding year a little bit for Washington, and they're in preseason as well. With a new libero, a freshman libero.
Jones winds up and has it turned back. Nikki Taylor and Casey Castile saying, oh, no, you don't.
And that's Hawaii's 8th block in this match so far this evening.
Hawaii back up 5. The block has arrived here at the Stan Sheriff Center for the Rainbow Wahine. And that one's sent long from Avi Nice. So service errors and hitting errors now really starting to hurt the Washington Huskies.
And you can see a little bit of the breakdown there. They're not communicating as much. They're kind of looking at one another. It's almost silent on their side of the court.
Float serve by Granato. Here's Schwann. Blocked back. Jones handles the ricochet. Schwann a second time. There was no denying that effort.
And Schwann, with her 12th kill, just adding them up. Her and Jones definitely carrying the offensive load for their team. Only hitting at 143 as a team, but both of them hitting way over 300.
She is leading the team in kills per set for the second season. Last year, this team made it all the way to the Elite Eight before losing to eventual champ Nebraska. As Taylor sends it long, no touch. Huskies within 4.
And Hawaii made it to the Elite Eight as well last year. So both of these teams in the Elite Eight last year, and both ranked high this season in the preseason.
Yosia, where does she go? She goes backside to Taylor. The block hadn't formed, and she made him pay. That violation officially against UW, but either way you cut it, Hawaii with the point.
And a perfect pass that time by McKenna Granado. She could have easily run the middle, Yosia I'm referring to, but no, she set the back, and Nikki Taylor up for her 14th kill on the evening.
Now hitting 281. Forcing the outside bump set. Dug up by Granado off of the swing of Scambray. Bump set to Taylor from off the net. She put a little heat on it, but a good dig by McPherson. Outside Scambray is able to catch that near sideline.
McPherson, only a freshman, the libero, actually has a beach volleyball. She lives on the beach and actually plays a ton of beach volleyball. And we take a quick look at the replay for another kill by Scambray.
Hawaii trying to close the deal here in this third set, but hey, look, it's football season now, right? Week 1 in the NFL now upon us, and these last 4 points for Hawaii, almost like trying to get those last 4 or 5 yards into the end zone on an offensive drive in football, and that's not going to help Hawaii's cause as they Olay and Matador an ace for the Huskies. Timeout taken by Dave Shoji. He does not want this team to miss out on an opportunity that has presented itself to try to get up in this match. As we take a look, speaking of football, one of the greats to coach at this University of Hawaii football program, June Jones in the house. Now, of course, helping out at Kapolei and working with Taulia Tonga-Vailoa, the sophomore sensation at quarterback there.
And it's amazing who comes out to the venue here at the Stan Sheriff. There have been so many people that come out and support Rainbow Wahine Volleyball.
Well, we'll be talking about this. We'll be talking about Hawaii football's home opener and their victory last night against UT Martin, all coming up tomorrow at 7 p.m. on OC Sports. But seriously, with Inside Access, myself, Robbie, and Bobby, and then Robert, Steven, Nate, and Rich, the Inside Access crew. So check it out, 7 p.m. tomorrow on OC Sports.
I started to share with you a little bit about the Shane McPherson, the freshman libero for UW. She, grew up watching the Huskies and lived right next door to Jimmy McLaughlin and started coming to the games when she was about 5 years old and just dreamt of becoming a Husky. And she led her high school team to a couple state championships. She was an outside hitter, and this year she is, starting as a libero. It's a new role for her, but she is only a freshman.
Yeah, she has ties to the University of Washington. Her great-grandmother, Helen Slater, played basketball, volleyball, and baseball at UW, graduating in 1932.
Wow, that's an incredible historical fact on her.
18 serving 21. Overpass by Granado, hammered down by Bajima. The Huskies are within 2. And things are getting dicey here in the third set for the Rainbow Wahine. And so Dave Shoji will bring another freshman in, Emma Smith, the 5'8" Frosh from Manhattan Beach, California, on for Granado in this service receiving rotation. Smith handles the pass. Backside set goes to Taylor. Hard angle and in. That was vintage Nikki Taylor right there.
That was vintage, and I'll tell you what, Emma Smith handling the pressure. They went right after her, which is what you should do when there's a sub. Serve her, make her pay, and she just handled that so perfectly.
Coming off the bench first time in this match, and she's able to deliver a perfect pass. And Nikki Taylor follows it up with a perfect serve.
McPherson's going to have to be hidden in the backcourt again. She has been the target. The Wahine getting the ball to her, constantly scoring points or getting them into serve-receive trouble.
You don't often see liberos needing to be hidden in that way on service-receive.
You really don't.
Great serve again by Taylor. Scambray from off the net, able to plug it through.
Scambray, the 6-foot junior, just doing a nice job coming up, knowing the set was not perfect. She was off, but tooling the block for her 8th kill.
20 serving 23, and a very dangerous server behind the line, Chrissy Jones. Pass by Smith. You'll see a tight to the net. Pushes it up off the joust. Back bump set by Maglio to Greeley.
And Colette Greeley, let me tell you, again, the experience. That's what it is. It's not the power. She doesn't have a ton of power there. Great back bump set by Mags. And she just somehow finds the magic in her right recovering shoulder to put that ball down.
3rd kill for Greeley. 1st assist for Emily Maglio. And Greeley will serve for set 3. Aloha ball, 24 serving 20. Middle set, dug up over the net by Greeley. Jones from the opposite side, dug up by Kahakai. Iosia couldn't catch up with the second touch, but Dave Shoji applauds the effort defensively of his players, even in giving up the point.
I'm going to tell you what, for Greeley to dig that first ball was amazing. That was a very hard-driven ball.
Yeah, that was basically a free swing for Badgema. 21 serving 24. It remains Aloha ball. Granado caught it fat. It remains Aloha ball for at least 2 more points.
Granado with a great overhand first pass. I think she thought she could just rip away at that ball, knowing it's game point.
This is the server that UW wants behind the line in this situation. D-set to Taylor. Off the high hand, Scambray pops it up. And she'll swing it over. Two-handed by Kahakai. You'll see a middle to Megs. Scambray the save. Backside, here's Jones, the dink. Catches Hawaii again.
And Washington really seems to be in system right now. The momentum switching to their side of the net.
This rotation hurting Hawaii. The Huskies storming back. Yosia to Maglio. Off the block, dug up by McPherson. Set, left side. Schwann puts it down, and we're tied at 24. Can you believe that?
And again, something to slow this down. They've got to change something up just a little bit.
It was 24-20. It is now 24-0. And a service error for the Huskies gives Hawaii Aloha ball again.
And a gift from the Huskies.
That is their 5th service error compared to 3 for Hawaii. Each team with 5 service aces. Kahakai serving for set 3. A pivotal set 3. Jones dug up by Taylor. Yosia sets up Granado. Off the block, saved by Scambray. Outside, the quick set to Schwann. Off the block and out, and we continue here in the 3rd.
And Schwann doing what she's done really well all night long, hitting into the block, tooling the block for a point.
So Cara Badgema will serve. 5 service aces on the year. The crowd trying to up the volume here. 25 all in the 3rd. You'll see it high and away. Granado dropping a bomb.
And again, McKenna Granado answering and unloading. That's her 13th kill on the evening in 33 attempts.
And so it is Noreen Yosia to serve. Aloha ball here in the 3rd. Forces a pass tight to the net. Castillo loses the joust battle. It was Bailey Tanner, the setter for the Huskies, getting the better of that matchup.
And Castillo went with the setter that time. Earlier this evening, she got a little fooled, but so she was committed. It was just a matter of the timing on that play.
So opportunity missed. We're tied again, playing extras here in this 3rd set. 6th tie of the 3rd. Pass by Greeley is a good one. You'll see a backside to Granado, blocked, saved by Kahakai. So outside to Taylor it goes, and she hits it into the net. And it is now aloha ball for the Huskies, who trailed 24-20 here in the third, and now have a chance to go up in this match. Tanner the serve. Played by Greeley. It is an ace. And an improbable comeback from Washington as they take set number 3 and go up 2-1 in the match. And now the question becomes, how do the Rainbow Wahine respond to a disappointing set 3 loss? Welcome back. Washington up 2-1, and Calais Greeley being worked on by Hawaii trainer Renee Shigemura. Now, some of this is just standard maintenance. There has been a lot of this kind of stretching and massaging for Calais Greeley really in all the matches this year. But obviously, coming off of that shoulder surgery, something to keep an eye on from the Hawaii standpoint.
And she has been doing a ton of rehab, but it's pretty obvious that looks pretty sore just watching her being worked on right now.
And just like Calais Greeley physically with that shoulder, Hawaii emotionally, it's about recovery right now off of that third set loss where they were up 24-20. In fact, the Rainbow Wahine had set point 6 times. The Huskies 1 time, and they made it work, winning 28-26.
I'll tell you what they did well. They served bombs, and they also, their block became very formidable. It wasn't stuff blocking, but they were blocking well enough to slow the ball down and then run what they call their transition. So give credit to the Huskies. They came back fighting.
Yeah, they were not giving up in that third set when it looked like they were all but done. And instead of Hawaii having the advantage following a pivotal third set victory, it is Washington having sort of violently pulled the pendulum of momentum to their side of the net. Natasha Burns, the 6'5" freshman middle, getting the start here in the fourth.
Changing things up, taking Casey Castillo out for Burns, and let's see if it makes a difference. She's been sitting for a few games now. She's going to have to come out and hopefully spark some energy to this team.
Hawaii out blocking Washington 8-5. High kills leaders for both sides, each with 15. Jones for Washington, Nikki Taylor for Hawaii. Here's Taylor from the back row. It's a beautiful dig there by July, but a mishandle by the setter, Bailey Tanner. So a point for Hawaii. They strike first here in the fourth. A must-win fourth for the Rainbow Wahine.
And I think it's very pertinent that they get off to a good start and they stay strong and let that last game go. You won't get that back, obviously, but they've got to mentally prepare themselves for a long dogfight.
Scambray pushes it off the block, and now she has 9 kills. She has really been able to, despite an imposing block out there on that pin, she's been able to find success, just tooling it in her favor.
She has, and she's a preseason all-WAC selection, if you will.
Taylor on the hard angle, that's dug up by Scambray, who gets the set on the outside, over the double block. Right there is Kahakai with her 12th dig of the match. Taylor, that one a diving save by Schwann. Scambray again, bumped up in the air by Yosia. Here's Granado, has to play it over her shoulder and puts it down.
And a great set again by Savannah Kahakai, setting it out to McKenna Granado, gets it to her right arm, to her right shoulder. Very difficult. McKenna Granado doing a great job putting that ball down.
The timing, the athleticism that has to go into that for Granado to get the kill there, that was spectacular. It goes wide by Bajima, point for Hawaii. 3 serving 1 here in the early portion of set number 4.
Hawaii with a huge blocking team up front with Natasha Burns, Calais Greeley, and Nikki Taylor. You're averaging at 6'3".
A little over 5,000 here on hand for this early Sunday affair. And Nikki Taylor denies access on that outside pin.
Taking a quick look at the replay, it's picture perfect by Nikki Taylor, just sealing low and tight to the net.
The biggest block that Hawaii has to offer there. And 6'5" Burns and 6'4" Taylor. That Being dug up by Yosia. So Kahakai bump sets Taylor against a double block. Burns plays the ricochet. Taylor a second crack at it. This time it will not be blocked or returned.
And again, Savannah Kahakai knowing where her players are. She knew that Nikki Taylor was right front. She knew that Kalei Grilly was left front.
4-0 run for Hawaii. Keegan Cook's Huskies hit negative 167 here to start this fourth set. Hawaii hitting 333. And they lead 5-1 here in the fourth. Granato has been serving very well here this evening. Here's Jones, blasts it. Granato, the dig goes off the scoreboard. Kahakai with the bump set, and Greeley free balls it over. Jones again from the back row, two-handed in the air by Kahakai. Middle set to Burns, wasn't timed the best. And a roll shot winner for Tia Scambray.
Tia Scambray going down that line, way off the net. A little unorthodox on that play, but just making a smart play. Washington really scrambling on the defense there as well. Sometimes those broken plays are the ones that are the most difficult to defend.
You'll see outside Sibley, the dink. Right there is Schwann. Here's Jones on the D set, dug up by Kahakai. You'll see it has to chase it out of the press table across the way. Schwann, the roll shot, gets him again.
Here you go again with that little roll shot or that tip shot over the middle. They may have watched some film on the UCLA match because that has been Hawaii's weakness so far in this early preseason.
Sibley, first contact, forces the chase down by Kahakai. And how about the quick thinking there? Kara Bajima, the presence of mind to take the two-hand set, essentially from Kirsten Sibley, and just put a rip into it.
Well, sure, why not? It's a perfect set right at her. The 6'2", she's only a freshman, just annihilating that ball.
A freshman playing the middle for the first time in her career, starting to really show some natural instincts for it, but the outserve by Scambray, Hawaii back up two. It has been an interesting match. Kind of a first set that didn't have much of a rhythm or flow to it, somewhat messy on both sides. As the night has wore on, as Jones will two-hand it over. We have seen some incredible demonstrations of volleyball prowess. Nikki Taylor supplying a few of those as well. She now has 17 kills.
And that's exactly it. You're going to see that at this high-level volleyball. The momentum changes so quickly. The littlest things can boost the morale or deflate you as well.
7 serving 4. Here's Jones from the back row, dug up over the net by Yosia. So the Huskies run a transition. Jones a second time. The dink, diving save, Granato. Yosia backside to Taylor. Blocked and roofed. Kara Bajima has left her fingerprints all over this fourth set so far.
And Bajima doing a nice job knowing that there was no way they could set the outside because the outside had just scrambled to get the dink. So she committed on Nikki Taylor very early on that play.
And Bajima will serve. Sibley, first contact. Yosia sets up Taylor, net violation called against Washington. Hawaii just doing some ad-libbing.
And notice how Washington is going after Sibley. They're going after her. They're making her pass first. And earlier this evening, we saw Kalei Greeley in that position.
So Hawaii trying to find its footing here in this fourth set. They are up by 3, though. Nikki Taylor with the serve sends it long.
Sometimes a little fatigue starts settling in. You get into this late in the match. And those little things, the serving and that first contact that we continue to talk about become critical.
So Bailey Tanner. Granato. Tough time on that first contact. The bump set from Kaha Kai, though. You see how far that traveled, and then Kirsten Sibley able to go off the block and down.
And talk about difficult. That ball coming over the back of your shoulder. You, unfortunately, don't even begin to see the block. All you're trying to do is track that ball and hit high hands, which is exactly what she just did.
So now Emma Smith to serve. 9 serving 6 here in the fourth. UW up 2 sets to 1. Jones in the middle. Whizzes it past Nikki Taylor.
And Jones unstoppable with that 2-set, if you will, in the middle. Again, it's not a quick set. That's her 16th kill. She's just having her way there.
That's tops for the Huskies. Kahakai with the nice pass there. Granado rising high and delivering an explosion.
Perfect set for Granado on the outside there. The sophomore sensation out of Punahou High School, drilling that ball down the line.
If you're just joining us, Hawaii losing set 1, 25-23. Flipped the script in the second set, 25-17. They led 24-20 in the third before Washington stormed back to take a pivotal third set, 28-26. And they have done it behind Chrissy Jones with her 17th kill, as Hawaii in a must-win situation here in the fourth. Yosia goes high and outside to Granado through the block and down.
And Granado probably frustrating the Huskies block. She's undersized, and she just keeps powering through and around the block.
Here's Yosia on the serve. Backside set Jones, and she eats up that proposed double block that hadn't quite formed by the time that set got out there.
And Bailey Tanner, the 6'1" junior setter, knows exactly where Jones is, and she's feeding her because she knows she's high.
Well, this is quite the group of juniors they have on this Washington team. Here's Taylor off the block and down. That's kill number 19 for Nikki.
Taylor bettering that ball, hitting high off the hands. She's got her game face on, trying to show her leadership.
Says that she has, throughout her career, worked on trying to be more of a leader, being a, as she puts it, better teammate.
And I think her exposure this past summer playing internationally really has allowed her to develop and evolve.
So an out ball on the swing, but a net violation called by Wayne Lee. Gives the point to Washington.
And on the far side here, we're taking a quick look. And the ball does look out, but I believe the question is if they called a net violation.
Taylor argued the point for a moment with Ernie Ho to no avail. 10 serving 12. And an ace by Scambray.
And again, they're going after Kirsten Sibley, knowing that she's a freshman. She has not been in there. They're going to make her pass, and then they're going to make her get outside and try to take that power hitter ball.
A dangerous stretch here. You can feel it in this fourth set. Middle set goes to Burns, blocked. Kahakai had it covered. Second contact swing by Taylor is dug up. Good chase down there by Scambray. Free ball here for Hawaii. Can they benefit? Sibley. Was there a touch? No touch. Misses wide. Point Huskies, and they have evened things up, coming from behind again.
And you may see Coach Dave Shoji, if another point scored, either take a timeout or have a substitution here.
Again, attacking Sibley on the serve. She'll get the set on the outside against the double block. Played off the ricochet by Schwann. She'll get the set now on the outside. What a save by Kahakai. Yosia sets up Sibley, the dink. Schwann had it covered again. Now Jones on the D set. Yosia with the dig. So Kahakai takes on the setting responsibilities. Sibley dug up by McPherson. Schwann off the block and out. Huskies vault in front after a 4-0 run.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Huskies are in system is what they are.
And Dave Shoji signals for a timeout. Welcome back. Stick around for the Heineken postgame show coming up right after the match as the corner crew, including my partner Lisa Strand-Maa, who will book it back over there at the end of the match. They'll break down all of tonight's highlights and stats, plus player reaction.
I put my running shoes on.
Here's Taylor. It's dug up by Scambray. Schwann is blocked. McPherson keeps it going. Now Jones. Right there is Granado. Another long sequence. Can Taylor finish it? Yes, she does. With an exclamation point.
And you know what's scary about that? Not only is it her 20th kill, that's her 48th set of this evening.
Kahakai with the serve. We're tied at 13. Third tie of this fourth set. And Jones, in a rarity, gets roofed.
Nikki Taylor snuck in on that a little bit late, and I believe that she got almost all of that block. Maglio was up with her, but Nikki Taylor came in very late.
14 serving 13, and Kahakai misses wide. Well, the errors for Hawaii from the service line haven't come too frequently, but they've come at very unfortunate times.
Those are the little things that we've talked about.
Backside, Taylor. She's got a nice little groove going. That's her 50th swing, though. So you mentioned the fatigue word. You wonder when that, if at all, starts to show itself.
Well, again, I'd like to see them get Maglio involved a little bit more. Maglio's got 6 kill, no errors, hitting at 462. On a good pass, I would go ahead and go to her.
Here's July getting the set on the outside over the double block. Kahakai, she just owns that back line. Here's Taylor on the D set. Gets it down again. 22 kills for Nikki Taylor. Hawaii back up 2.
Nikki Taylor continues the jump serve, which is kind of amazing. Kahakai in the back row doing a great job defensively. She digs to target. Yosia with another great serve to Nikki Taylor.
Taylor, who was the Big West Conference Player of the Week this past week, coming off with the most outstanding player performance in the Hawaiian Airlines Classic, and leading all hitters in kills per set coming into tonight's match in this week's tourney, the Outrigger Volleyball Challenge. Schwann off the block and down. Schwann has just been really solid. 17 kills. She's now hitting 429 to go along with 17 digs.
Yeah, she's really evolved as a player. In 2014, she played in 20 matches. That was it. Last year, she contributed as well, but she just continues to get better as this match goes on.
Yosia sets up Taylor from the back row. Two-handed in the air by Scambray. Outside it goes to Schwann. Off the double block. Diving save Kahakai over the net. Punched up in the air by Yosia. Bump set goes to Sibley. And a net violation called against Washington. So Hawaii able to win the scramble play. Another example of those little moments that you speak of, Lisa.
Exactly. And Sibley doing a fabulous job on this almost trap set, tooling the outside hands of the Huskies block.
Net cam showing us some of the contact coming from the Huskies side. So 17 serving 15. Emma Smith in and back to serve. Played club volleyball in her teen years with Noreen Yosia. The dig by Kahakai. Middle set to Maglio, the dink. Diving save McPherson. Schwann had to readjust the jump. Sliding save Yosia. So Kahakai goes to Granado, but the door was shut.
Granado did a nice job swinging high and hard, but the coverage was just not quite there. Some nice defense again by Savannah Kahakai. And a stuff block by the Huskies on Granado.
But a service error bails Hawaii out.
And back to those little things. You know, you work that hard for a stuff block and then you serve into the net. It's such a momentum changer.
And it brings Claire Marie Anderson onto the floor. She will serve.
Turn her in. 23's live.
This will be her 18th service attempt. Here's Jones on the opposite side. Net violation, this time on Hawaii. Didn't matter because Jones served up a sizzler, and it is a point for the Huskies. It has been tightly contested throughout this entire fourth set.
It has, but I remember in this last game, Destiny July coming in and serving some major bullets to Hawaii needs to take care of their first pass.
Granado does. And Taylor is denied. Tia Scambray. When Washington has needed a play, despite the numbers put up by Schwann and Jones, it has most often, I think, been Scambray delivering the big moment.
And I can't agree with you more. She has. She's been carrying her team this evening. She might not be the kill leader, but she's doing those little things.
Dink by Granado, punched up by Jones. Scambray got it in. Another huge point for the Huskies, courtesy the junior Tia Scambray. And you talk about this junior class. Scambray, Chrissy Jones, the setter, Bailey Tanner, Courtney Schwann, all part of this extremely talented junior class for the Huskies. Casey Castillo back on for Hawaii at the middle position. Set outside to Granado. And she's roofed.
And I'll tell you, this is when Hawaii has to back off just a little bit and start thinking about what they're doing. Not trying to power through. That may have been working earlier, but hitting high hands.
Where will the answer come for Dave Shoji? Washington here in this latter portion of the set, just like they did in the third. Turning it on, tightening the screws. How is Dave Shoji here going to get the side back? Who is going to provide the offense that they need to try to force a fifth?
Well, I think that he's slowing the momentum down, obviously, by calling the timeout. But he's going to talk to them about being smart and about the passing has actually gotten a little bit better off of the tough serves. It's just they've been roofed the last 2 points.
Let's check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank. What do we have here, Lisa?
So interestingly enough, on defense, when the first ball is dug up and the setter, like Iasia, digs it, the second ball will be Savannah Kahakai, and she'll take over that setting position. And she has pretty much mastered it. Here on this play again, Iasia digs that first ball. It takes her out of the defensive role, and Savannah Kahakai comes in and becomes the alternate setter. And that's how it works.
And she has become very formidable in that role, knowing when it is her time to take on the setting responsibilities, knowing where to go, having a good feel for that kind of thing.
Yeah, she really has. She's matured as a player. She knows where everybody is on the court. She always knows where Nikki Taylor is. One of the plays she saw Clegg really left front, she didn't set her knowing that her shoulder was bothering her. So Savannah Kahakai not only playing defense, but playing secondary setter as well.
When you have a match like this, where statistically it looks so even on paper, 10 blocks for Hawaii as a team, 9 for Washington. The hitting percentage is very close, 273 for the Huskies, 257 for Hawaii. The digs, only 3 digs apart. What do wins and losses, what are they separated by in a match like this?
Well, I think so much of this is just the little things that we talked about earlier. The serving, you're going to get them out of system, a tip that falls, or a big block. And Washington has been blocking very well these last few plays.
Yeah, he called a timeout before I checked it.
All right, so it looks like we have a review here, and they may be looking at whether or not this block landed in or out.
No, he called a timeout.
And it definitely is in.
And Coach Keegan Cook says it's in by a lot.
Yeah.
And on the review, it does. But, you know, you got a review, you may as well take it if you got it. And maybe he didn't quite see it. And again, it's a lot of the times it's the angles. And that ball came back so fast.
Yeah, that was pretty pure stuff right there. Chrissy Jones doing the blanketing services.
I don't think she gets high up over the net high enough. What do you think?
Very aggressive blocking scheme that Washington puts together, and it's because of that they get whistled for so many net violations, but the payoff is exemplified with that highlight right there.
Exactly.
So can Hawaii get out of this rotation? July with the serve. Popped up in the air by Smith. Outside it goes to Granado from off the net. Blocked again by Jones. Now it's going to be a battle at the top of the tape. Won by Badgemer. And Washington has opened up a 3-point advantage here in the fourth.
And the serving of Destiny July, the only freshman last year on the team, has been incredible.
And it's a 5-0 run for the Huskies. Back row set to Taylor, dug up by the setter Tanner, and Hawaii will get the point. So when Hawaii needed it most, they go to Nikki Taylor in the back row, and she delivers.
And Emma Smith passing a perfect pass that time, coming in and contributing.
But it has been late runs that have given the Huskies so much success. Down 24-20 in the third, a 4-0 run tied things up. They eventually won that 28-26. Just coming off a 5-0 run here. Scambray, high hands, saved by Smith. Yosia goes high and away to Taylor. Hard angle and in. Point for the Rainbow Wahine, and they are within a digit.
And again, the little things. Emma Smith diving to get that first ball. Taylor on a very sharp angle from the left front.
So a timeout taken by the Washington Huskies. Keegan Cook talking things over with his team. The Rainbow Wahine trying to turn the tables a little bit here late in this fourth set.
And amazing to think that he's in his second year as head coach there and had so much success so far. Last year going 31-3.
Yeah, maybe just his second season as a head coach here with this program, but you mentioned 8 years on the coaching staff at St. Mary's, was also the head coach for the NorCal Volleyball Club for a decade, and that obviously is a club that has in that position an overseer of so many different teams at different age groups, and also has produced some top-notch volleyball talent. And so he's no stranger to getting a collection of highly touted volleyball players on the court together and having them perform in a way that creates success.
Exactly, and I think that Jim McLaughlin put it well when he left this program. He left it in good hands. He knew he was leaving a program that he loved and had been with for years. But Keegan Cook was his assistant. He felt like, you know what, I can leave now knowing this program is in great hands. Now, can Dave shows you do that when the time comes?
Well, that's what's interesting about this is you're talking about a 2-year assistant who then took over the program. There are assistants who are very early in their tenures with Dave Shoji, and of course the rumor mill that every year swirls with the question of, is this going to be the final season for Dave Shoji? It's an interesting discussion for sure. Jones bumps it over. Free chance here for Hawaii to try and tie it up. Taylor ties it up.
Well, did you have any question where that ball was going to be sent to?
There was not a single soul in this arena who didn't think that that one was going to Nikki Taylor.
And Washington had a huge block up on her.
And she went over the top. 24 kills now for Nikki. We're tied at 21. Outside, here's Scambray delivering again. She just has come up so big for this Huskies team when they have needed it most.
The 6-foot junior playing well above 6 feet. All Pac-12 honorable mention last year.
And Jones serving. Goes deep corner. Kahakai pops it straight up. Yosia outside to Taylor against the double block. Is able to curl it in. Nikki Taylor is showing the array of shots right now here in this fourth set.
And you know what? I really like Nikki Taylor on the left side, almost to the point where I'd put Sibley to the right front and keep Nikki Taylor here on the left front.
Interesting. She's got 25 kills, hitting 298. Add to that 6 blocks. We're tied at 22. Outside set, Scambray. The dink. Misses the court wide. Point for Hawaii. They're up 1.
And that's the first dink missed wide. Hawaii thanking her for that.
Scambray with 13 kills and 21 digs. But she misses the floor there. Pulling the string. Gets another crack at it. And this time, she makes sure.
You got to give credit to Bailey Tanner. She isolated her on the outside. She went right back to her. It's a sign of a great setter. She dinked out, got a little frustrated. She went right back to her, showing her, I believe in you. You can do this.
A new career high for Scambray in digs. As she serves it over, tied at 23. Backside Taylor. High hands dug up by Scambray. Advantage Huskies. Middle set, Bajima is blocked. It goes tight to the net. Sibley with the block. Swung over by Scambray. Chance for Hawaii. Where do they go? They go to Nikki.
Again, Nikki Taylor coming through huge. You don't think Noreen Iosia knows exactly where Nikki Taylor is on this court right now?
And Aloha ball in the fourth. Hawaii trying to force a decisive fifth set. A shank first contact. Free ball coming for the Rainbow Wahine. You'll see a middle to Miggs. A Sunday afternoon well spent. We are headed to a fifth. Hawaii and Washington battling to the bitter end.
Welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. Hawaii winning set 4, and the jubilant crowd here at the Stan Sheriff Center going nuts. In between sets 4 and going into the 5th, Nikki Taylor taken into the tunnel. She's had some blood coming out of her. We're not really sure where it's. We think it's from her elbow. Trainer Renee Shigemura working on Taylor's elbow. She's also been working on Kalei Greeley's arm. We know that has been a struggle for Kalei Greeley over the past few early matches of this season. Shigemura rubbing icy hot, trying to loosen that arm up for Kalei Greeley. She's definitely working hard, trying to make sure these players are healthy heading into the 5th. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot. Well, Nikki Taylor already season highs in kills and attempts. She's closing in on career highs in both those categories as well. 26 kills, 59 swings, hitting .305. And Ryan's talking about all of the action that Renee Shigemura is involved with as the trainer. Nikki Taylor talking about, you know, she's still going through recovery and pain threshold measurements in various parts of her body, right? You have the elbow injury that kept her out the opening weekend. She has the heavily taped right knee, the cut now that they were tending to on the left elbow, the right shoulder. I mean, you name it, Nikki Taylor's probably feeling a little bit of pain in it. You commented the other night after the match, you saw her, she basically had ice all over her body after the match.
You know, it's amazing. This young lady plays year-round volleyball. She plays indoor, then she goes to the sand team and plays that. And then this past few summers, she's had the opportunity to train with USA Volleyball, play with the Pan American Games. It's year-round. When is there a break for her?
And the MVP, unsung, Renee Shigemura.
So often, many times, goes unnoticed. She keeps these girls together. She comes in early. She leaves late. They depend on her for so much.
We play into a 5th here on this Sunday. Overall championship for the Outrigger Resorts Volleyball Challenge. And McKenna Granado gets Hawaii started in the 5th.
And again, the sophomore having a great night, 16 kills tonight. They served her. She didn't pass it great, but she bettered the play with a kill.
One dig away from a double-double. Regardless of the outcome tonight, it's been a lot of fun here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Back row set to Jones, the dink. Catches Hawaii again, and that was a tough shot from the back row.
And amazingly enough, McKenna Granado, who actually served that ball, was the one who came in and got a hand on it.
There's Bajima with the serve, misses it wide. The Matador play there by Kirsten Sibley, and it was awfully close.
Bajima going for Kirsten Sibley. Just missed that line.
So Savannah Kahakai will serve. 2 serving 1. Backside set goes to Schwann. Roll shot again. It is becoming extremely repetitive. It has become a theme, in fact, for Hawaii opponents this year.
Well, they're going to keep doing it. If it works, then why not? And actually, I'd have to say that that's Nikki Taylor's ball. The off blocker.
Second time this season, Hawaii has gone to 5 sets. They won the first time, remember, against Arizona in the opening weekend. Maglio puts it down. Keegan Cook, head coach for Washington, wanted a push. What do you think?
Well, it definitely looked like she held the ball a little long, but again, you're not going to overturn that. That's not a challenge call either.
This is also the second 5-set match for Washington. They went 5 with American and won that match. 3 serving 2. Taylor took a little something off there. Set goes to July on the outside. High hands popped up by Taylor. Kahakai bump set Sibley through the block and down.
And Sibley getting crappy, I'll tell you. She had a huge block on her. And again, that set coming from the back of her. Nikki Taylor, great beach dig. Two setters with a perfect set.
Two evenly matched teams, top 15 matchup, and it is coming down to just who wants it more. Taylor into the net.
And you have to think that the home court advantage is huge.
Well, it's an even year, which means there's probably a good chance Hawaii will see Washington in Seattle in this year's NCAA tournament, assuming they get there. Here's Sibley. That's dug up by Bailey Tanner. Outside it goes to Scambray. Right there is Kahakai. So Taylor on the D set, blocked, covered by Granado. Back to Taylor it goes. Didn't get it above the twine. And we're tied at 4.
And Hawaii a little frustrated on that play. Nikki Taylor, again, I think she may have a little bit of fatigue here. She's seen so many balls this evening. Over 60 attempts.
Over past Granado. You'll see able to win the joust, at least pushing it to the Huskies side. Scambray now the swing, blocked by Maggs. Taylor swings it over on the second contact. Bump set to Jones. Winds up, blocked by Maggs. Outside it goes to Scambray. Puts it down. Point Huskies. They're up 1.
And Scambray, 15 kills, hitting at 235. Finds a way again to put that ball down.
You'll see a bump set out to Sibley. They need it. She gets it through the block. Nudged up by Jones. Here's Scambray on the swing. Pulls the string, but Sibley had it covered. Middle set to Maglio. And we're tied again.
Critical play by Sibley. She rotated over and picked up that dump. She made the adjustment. Huge play. Here she snuck in, and they've been really efficient tipping the ball over the block, but the adjustment has been made.
Now Emma Smith in to serve. It is imperative to get these serves in. She does. Middle set, Jones, good touch on the block. Yosia goes middle to Meggs. Slams it home again.
That play made possible by the first block. Emily Maglio puts up a great block, but then she finishes it, drills the ball down.
10 kills for Maglio. Hitting 556. Scambray winds up, uncoils. Right there is Taylor off of the carom. Granado puts it down.
What you're going to notice is that Yosia is doing such a nice job distributing the ball right now. She's not just going to Nikki Taylor. She has now included Maglio and Granado, really confusing the block of the Huskies.
17th kill for Granado. A 3-point run here by the Rainbow Wahine. 7 serving 5. They'll swap sides after the first team gets to 8. Backside, it's Jones off the double block. Kahakai backstepping, punches it up in the air. Smith back bump set. Granado touches it over. Advantage Huskies. Backside, it's Jones. Kahakai got the arms on it, but into the stands it goes.
Hawaii playing some good defense, making some nice adjustments, but Jones just a little bit too much.
20 digs now for Savannah Kahakai. Again, she has reached double figures in digs in every match this season but one. And how about Noreen Yosia, by the way, the setter for Hawaii, 19 digs for her. And that's an ace. Kahakai let it by. She thought it was long, but it curls in, and Destiny July, who has given them some good work from behind the service line, comes through again.
I think this is their strongest rotation. She has been back here sending some bullets of serves.
Hawkeye handles that one. Back row set to Taylor. Didn't get it over the net. And it's a point for Washington, and they will swap sides. Huskies lead. How about this for a stat, Lisa? In the last 3 sets, Hawaii has been first to reach 15. If they can do that one more time, that would really be good for them.
That is a great stat, and I think obviously here in the 5th, first to 15 means You take it.
Yeah.
The W. They got the band playing behind them, everybody cheering rainbows. This is University of Washington's first ranked opponent on their season. They started their season out in Virginia and Washington, D.C. They're doing 13,000 miles over the next month. Their coach says if they're in enemy territory, that's the kind of volleyball they want.
Overpass is forced, and it's put down in the middle by Cara Badgema. And Washington up by 2, and they have done this. They have put this 4-0 run together with Destiny July at the service line. That has also been a theme tonight. July, just a sophomore, born in Los Angeles, bringing it again. Kahakai handles it. You'll see it goes middle to Maglio, and she does the job.
Maglio identified quickly. She had 2 blockers on her, so she chose not to unload on that, but just to tip it over. Very smart play by the All-American beach volleyball player.
So Anderson with the serve. Set outside, and it is Tia Scambray coming through in the clutch again, putting the Huskies up a deuce.
And Hawaii just got to play side-out ball, pass the ball first.
Here it comes from Chrissy Jones. You'll see it. Goes high and away to Granado, blocked and roofed. It was Badgema out there next to Bailey Tanner.
And again, a really big block on UW's side.
So a timeout taken by Dave Shoji. Critical stretch. Well, it was just 2 weekends ago to end the opening tournament. Hawaii coming back against Arizona, down 8-2 in the 5th. They are down 11-8 against Washington here to close this week's Outrigger Resorts Volleyball Challenge. Can they come back again? Taylor dug up. Put over on the second touch, but Emma Smith had it sniffed out. Taylor a second time. High hands, right there is Jones. So the set goes on the slide to Badgema. Hawaii there. Castillo couldn't get a good crack at it. So now Jones from the back row. Diving save. Taylor, gotta love it. Out it goes to Granado. High hands again, dug up by Schwann. Outside, the solo stop by Noreen Yosio.
By the freshman. Critical timing on a long, long route.
And a timeout called by the Huskies. We will keep things here. So Noreen Yosio, the frosh, able to keep Hawaii's hopes alive. Breathe some extra life into them here in the 5th. Let's take another look at it.
This is what they call a solo block. She's up there. The middle's very late getting there, but she took all ball and she got it. Huge, huge block.
Now, Noreen Yosio's talents were undeniable coming into training camp. Obviously, a highly hyped recruit, winner of the Andy Collins Award in high school, given to the top senior setter in the nation. Of course, went to Redondo Union High School in Torrance, California. But some of the questions were, could she play defense well enough as a freshman to stay out there on the floor? Well, she entered this match second on the team in digs. And then at the net, she has done some fine, fine work. We just saw an example of it there. She came into this match with 13 blocks. That was her 3rd of the night.
Well, you know, she is doing a great job. I think she's playing more advanced than any freshman that I've seen in a long time, and that's why she was so highly recruited and sought after. She's what they call a gifted and a very natural athlete. Her leadership skills, she's not extremely vocal, but she leads by example.
So what's the communication like here in this huddle right now? We're actually seeing some smiles coming from some of the Hawaii players.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to stay loose and trying to own this. They're in their home gym, advantage on their side, huge momentum changer just by that block alone. Critical point right now is going to be getting this the service. But I do like this lineup, and I like this rotation a lot. Nikki Taylor back in the front court.
Getting word that Hawaiian Telecom customers lost our signal for a little while. We should be back. We hope that you are still with us. Hawaii trying to come back. Chance now for the Huskies. Outside Scambray. Blocked in room. Nikki Taylor.
And Nikki Taylor posting a nice block on the outside. 2 in a row, actually. A nice recovery on that play.
7th block of this match for Nikki Taylor. Good serve, but a better pass. Jones, that one dug up by Smith. Chased down by Kahakai. Smith is going to free ball it over. Outside, Scambray, dug up by Kahakai. Leocia, backside to Taylor. High hands, got the touch. Point Hawaii, and they draw even in the 5th.
Now that's the kind of defense that Hawaii has been known for centuries.
Nikki Taylor ties her career high, 27 kills on 67 attempts, which is a new career high. Back row set to Jones, block, but out it goes. So close to being a roof, and Nikki Taylor grimacing in discomfort.
She took that one big. They hit that ball hard, and Nikki felt it immediately. Those elbows injury, I'll tell you, that is extremely painful.
She is still feeling the discomfort. Yosia will go out to her. She swings, sends it long. Was there a touch? No touch. The players want Dave Shoji to challenge, and he will oblige.
They're screaming at Dave. Coach Dave, call for the touch.
I mean, you might as well, right? You can't take them with you.
There, we found it. Found the card. Here we go. They're already on to the next thing. The review process.
There it is. The fancy green cards. Not even laminated or anything. I feel like we should kind of step up in the quality of the green card at some point.
It should have a 1, a 2, and then a 3 on it so that everybody knows how many it is.
Well, the question now that Wayne Lee is going to try to answer is, was there a touch?
And while they're reviewing this, the teams are huddling on the court, everybody around one another. On Hawaii's side of the net, Nikki Taylor really grimacing in pain, and her teammates trying to encourage her and help her push through. She does not want to come off of the court, but she's very teary-eyed.
I thought I saw a touch there. Just speculating, obviously. Wayne Lee has taken the headset off, and Nikki Taylor continues to grab at her left elbow, and you see the discomfort that she's clearly in and experiencing. And they overturn the call. So with Nikki Taylor welling up in pain, she still gets the point, but here is the block on the Chrissy Jones swing that went out, so it was a point for UW, but immediately Nikki Taylor was grabbing at that left elbow.
And now there's a little bit of confusion of who the next server is for Hawaii. They wanted to make sure they had the right server in place. So
12 serving 12. Remember, it was the left elbow injury that kept Nikki Taylor out of the opening weekend of action. Set goes outside, dug up by Kahakai. Sibley bump sets. Granado from the back row has to two-hand it over. Chance now for the Huskies. They go outside. Swan is dug up by Yosia. Here's Taylor. Caught it fat. No touch. And it's a point for Washington.
And that's a tough one. Nikki Taylor doing the best she can. Swinging high, hoping to find hands, I think, on that play.
Nikki Taylor trying to gut it out here in the 5th set.
Looks like it's her left elbow that's really bothering her. It's almost like you watch her go up to block and you just hope that they don't, she doesn't get hit again.
So a busy evening gets busier for Renee Shigemura, the trainer for Hawaii. Taking a look at Nikki Taylor. I mean, the discomfort is obvious. So it now, and you see the concerned look from her parents, it now becomes a question of after this match, and she's trying to gut it out, obviously, but the question becomes after this match, taking a look at it and seeing if this is more than just temporary pain.
And it's hard to say, but again, those elbow injuries are so long-lasting. They take so long to heal. And yes, it is after this match that they're going to have to decide that.
So here's another look at it. You see Nikki Taylor, the force that came from that Chrissy Jones swing, and Taylor trying to extend that left arm, and you can see it sort of reverberate through her body.
I think the plan right now is to obviously pass first, but I'd like to see them go get the ball to Granado and see if they can mix it up a little bit. Nikki's struggling a little bit, out of system, hurt. And again, always back to that first contact, the first pass.
A new career high in kills. 28 on a career high 69 attempts. She has been, in so many ways, the heart and soul of this team the last few seasons. This team is trying to come back down one here in the 5th. Sibley hard angle that's dug up by Schwann. Set goes to Jones in the back row. Right there's Kahakai. Iosia sets up Taylor. Goes high hands and down. The right elbow. Thankfully, still seems fine.
And the right hand, you know, Nikki's really gutting it out here. I got to give her a lot of credit because she knows, this being her senior year, she wants this probably more than anybody on this court.
13 serving 13. Schwann, the dink, punched up by Taylor. Nobody had her back.
And again, that dink has been the nemesis of the evening. Over the top, players often reaching back because it's dropped so many times.
So the team that has been a thorn in Hawaii's side in the national postseason 3 out of the last 6 years has Aloha ball for the match here at the Stan Sheriff Center. You'll see it to Maglio, blocked and roofed, and this one is over. A valiant effort from the Rainbow Wahine in what was one of the more epic matches that we have seen here in the last few seasons. But in the end, it is the Washington Huskies improving to 8-0, Hawaii falling to 5-4 despite a career night from Nikki Taylor, who will be certainly a focus of the conversation going forward this week as she continues to grab at that left elbow.
Yeah, that's a tough loss. They really put their heart into that. Nikki Taylor especially being hurt late in that 5th set. Hawaii showed some really great spots, but give credit to the Huskies, man. They put it on when they needed to turn it on.
So Scott Robbs has Dave Shoji. Scott.
Hey, Coach, I know you're obviously disappointed, but that was some high-level volleyball tonight.
Well, they're a really good team. They're ranked 6th in the nation, and I thought we played right with them. Probably should have won the match, but we let game 1 get away, and it's been kind of a bad thing for us. We've done that a couple of times, but it was a great match. Our kids really fought hard, and I can't fault anything we did.
Nikki Taylor in that 5th set appeared to maybe re-injure her elbow on the block. How concerned are you?
Well, it's like kind of like day to day. Every time she blocks the ball, you know, she feels a little pain in there. So I'm hoping it's not serious and she can bounce back and play next week.
All right, next week, Friday, Saturday, your finals non-conference games against Pepperdine. Will we see Annie Mitchum next week?
Well, that depends on the doctor. You know, she's going to get the pin out probably on Wednesday, and you know, I hope she can practice on Wednesday and Thursday, but that's up to the medical staff, and I got to stay out of that.
All right, Dave, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Guys, back over to you.
So still a lot of questions to address for Dave Shoji and this Rainbow Wahine volleyball team. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match, and these were 2 juggernauts going at it on either side of the net. Chrissy Jones, 22 kills, hitting 300. Nikki Taylor, career high 29 kills on a career high 70 attempts to go along with 7 blocks and 8 digs. And so the frustration for the Rainbow Wahine really comes on a couple of different levels. One is they are still not a complete team. They are waiting for everyone to be healthy. And now the conversation once again switches and focuses on Nikki Taylor and that left elbow, which is being looked at as we speak. They are waiting for the return of Annie Mitchum. And then you look microscopically at some of these losses this year. Tonight, letting several sets go. You rewind back to even a sweep defeat on this floor against UCLA, and Hawaii had chances to win each of those sets. So despite their being shorthanded, they are oh so close to having such a better record.
Well, I'll tell you, that's why it's nice to remember it's the preseason. And they have gotten better, and different players have contributed and stepped up in every form and fashion on this team. I think this preseason has been really good. It shows you what you have to do when you're down players. Different players have to step it up. We've seen the rise of Granado. We've seen Emma Smith. We've seen Claire Anderson. We've seen Natasha Burns, Casey Castillo. So many different players. Noreen Iasia. They've all stepped it up and gained a lot more. Let's all remember, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That's right. And now the fans for the Rainbow Wahine Volleyball team will all be talking to themselves quietly, hoping that Nikki Taylor is all right and hoping that Annie Mitchum and the rest of that cavalry is right around the corner. Hawaii falling to 5-4 overall. The Huskies improving to a perfect 8-0. Well, that's it for me. Lisa, you still got some work to do with the Heineken postgame show and lots to talk about. Washington claims the title of the Outrigger Resorts Volleyball Challenge. It was a still fun way to spend a Sunday here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Until next time, aloha.